How's it going, guys? I'm your host, J Rods. Welcome back to Western Drive Podcast. We over here at the Charlotte Auto Fair with Emmett. What was your father's name again?
Emmett and McCoy.
Emmett and McCoy. They're going to tell us a little bit about the car they brought and the build and why you guys went this route.
So we, for the longest time growing up, we started building project trucks in the sled pulling world. So we, for the 15, 16 years old, bought a second gen Cummins, a Cummins, of course, and built that into a sled pulling truck and had the greatest time doing it from 16, 17 to 18. And then the older we got, hobbies kind of changed from sled pulling to drag racing, and did that for 5-ish years or so as I was building a business. And kind of 2 kids now, so drag racing dwindled, and we had always had an idea of doing some kind of rat rod project. So also to be able to showcase, we build engines, so to be able to showcase engines, what better than a rat rod? So right. That's how this kind of all came about, and one thing led to another, and then took what seemed like 5 years to build this. So,
so the beginning stages of building a truck like this, how do you start planning it? How do you know what truck to pick? And
so we ended up going with a halfway already mocked up one. The chassis was kind of already there. It wasn't built for a twin turbo 1200 horsepower Cummins. So we had to tear it down. We took the old inline 6 that had a Pontiac motor in it, and we took that out and kind of threw it in the trash because we're not gas people, so it doesn't really mean anything to us. And I know, I'm sure. But anywho, so we one thing led to another, and we boxed the frame in, got it to where we felt comfortable with holding the weight. And it's been an ongoing process, so we're still working on getting the front end to where we feel happy with it. And long story short, I don't think we'll ever be done. We'll probably still be working on it even in 10 more years.
So you say you guys build engines. Do you have your own shop?
Yes, sir. So I own a company called MB Diesel Performance, and we specialize in diesel performance to repairs, anything in between. We kind of do everything on the light duty and medium duty side of things.
Is this like something that you started with your dad, or something that developed as the passion came along?
Emmett, my dad was a general contractor, and I was kind of a mechanic for them growing up, and then he got old enough to retire, and it didn't really trip my trigger. I wasn't a fan of building buildings and stuff like that, so I started building engines and stuff, and so I'll let him tell some about that.
I was a commercial general contractor, and we did our own grading and things of that nature. We had a lot of equipment. We built the buildings, but working on the equipment, we got our hands familiar with all kinds of diesel engines and things of that nature. McCoy come into it with us, and he picked it up. He's a heck of a mechanic. He can make them things
something like that, yes sir. So yeah, and once he retired, like I said, it just wasn't my cup of tea. So I had been dabbling in the diesel world long enough at that point that I started MB Diesel, and that was right at 10 years ago now, and we just keep head down and going as far as we can.
Yeah, I hear you. So how long does a process like this take to take a truck from, like you say you bought, I guess, from the halfback to where it is right now?
Yep. So there's, I guess, 2 ways of time frame there, whether you're doing it every day, all day, or you're doing it after your day job and this is your project in the evenings. I would venture to say right now, hours all in, somewhere around 500-600 hours, about 2 years of evenings after work. He spent more time, he has more time being retired than me, so he spent a lot of time on chassis and frame and everything else, and my specialty is the engine, so I made that look good.
A lot of polishing.
Yeah, lots of polishing.
So what engine management does it like make all this work?
So this is a 12 valve, and aside from data logging, so for fuel pressure, oil pressure, engine coolant temp, oil temps, everything like that, just to monitor it, it is no brains to it. It's as long as you've got fuel and you hit a button, it'll fire up. So there's really not much engine management on this. We engine manage off nitrous, so it just depends on how much you want to stick to it.
Okay. And do people normally just come and give you an engine package, be like, I want to make, let's say, 1,500 horsepower and like?
Yes, sir. So when we get a call, our first thing that we do is ask what the goal is, whether you're drag racing, sled pulling, just want a toy. And then the next question is, what kind of power do you want? Because there are 100 ways to achieve the same goal. It just depends on what you're going to do with the truck as to how we want the setup to be. Single turbo versus twins, and back in the day you were running triples, and we kind of get away from the triple turbo setup nowadays. It's a lot of drive pressure, so we stay away from that.
So what do you do with the truck? Is it just like a showpiece where you can just drive it?
Showpiece, dyno, pretty much just drive it around and show it off. Dyno competitions, yeah, he likes driving around showing it off. So we don't drag race this one or anything like that, but basically we could take this entire power plant out and stick it back in one of our race trucks and go drag race.
And how long did you do drag racing before you decided to stop and start doing something like this?
Right about 5 years. 5-6 years. I had done it from really not professional, and really when I say professional, not professional, but professional level. And we did that for about 5 years, but overall I've done it probably since I was 18 or so.
That's pretty cool, man. Is there any other future plans for the truck? I know you say you're never done with a project, but what are other big changes that you're looking to make on the truck?
To be honest, I think the biggest thing that we still have to do is the front end, kind of stabilize it a little bit. Running 15-inch wide tires too on sticks is not always the easiest to make happy. So got to figure that out. And then our nitrous setup. We've never put nitrous on it. We just keep it the way it is, fuel only, about 1,200 horsepower, and that's really 3,000 pounds all we need. So, but for looks, you know, it's cool to have 2 nitrous bottles and 4 solenoids and everything else to make it look like it's using it.
Yeah. Are you guys planning to build any other kind of trucks, or just this is your main like?
This is the main one for now. We have tossed around building something to haul this one around on that matches and is kind of cool, but gotta have time. Young kids right now, so not really eager to have a whole lot of free time that I don't spend with them.
I hear you. I just had a daughter, so.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So I know exactly what you mean. So where could people find you on social media if they want to look at you and look at what you guys do?
MB Diesel Performance or McCoy Black. Either way, but MB Diesel Performance is probably the best way. Email, call in, however you want to get a hold of us. But social media works as well.
Okay. So guys, everything that they just said, all their social media will be linked in the description below. So please make sure you go check them out. And if you have a diesel truck or you want to build a hot rod like this, these are the guys you need to talk to.
Well, I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for taking the time and have this conversation.
Yes, sir.
Nice meeting you guys.
Thank you.
You as well.
Until the next one, thank you guys for watching.
Thanks.